This reading is for the ones who don't really talk much about themselves with other people, but it always seems like there's all these eyes on you, right? People are watching you closely, scrutinizing everything that you do. Also, what I'm getting is that this is for somebody, Spirit is saying that you try to stay in your own lane. People are seeing you in a certain way and you're unfazed by it. You know, you're not somebody who overshares a lot, and you don't like it when people give you so much attention, and you don't really like it when people try to observe you and try to figure you out like a puzzle, like some kind of mystery that they can crack open, and just figure you out. People are wondering, though, in case you're curious, they are wondering about your sense of power and mystery and your uniqueness. And they're wondering, how do you stay in your power no matter what is going on around you? How do you do that? How do you stay in your power? People like to observe you. They notice that you're very private, but you can make quite an impact. They can't figure you out because I'm seeing like this person or these people who they're sitting around at a table and talking about you, and they can't figure you out. They can't figure anything out about you, and they're scratching their heads, but they're also picking each other's brains like, well, what do you think happened to her? Or what do you think happened to him? Do you think they're doing, DRUGSs? Do you think that they're, I don't know, like losing their mind? Like, they just honestly, they are very nosy, these people, and very curious about you. And they're wondering why you changed. Because you changed, but you didn't tell everybody that you changed. And they can't figure you out. But it's like you have this newfound kind of energy about you. And yeah, it does like upset some people. And it does bother some people that people realize that, like, okay, here's what they realize is that you are the type of person that you see things, right? You see things, what's going on, and you can see patterns in things. Actually, you're really, really good at seeing patterns. And you can, like, if somebody slips up around you, you're not going to be afraid to call it out or say something. Okay, like, maybe before, the version of you that they knew, maybe, you didn't say anything, but now somebody's trying to figure out, they're scrutinizing everything you do, trying to figure out, why did you change so drastically? So I heard somebody slipped up, they're sitting around the table, they're thinking about you and talking about you, and one of the people thought that it was their fault. And I feel like somebody tried to like advocate for you or stand up for you in this group. But all the rest, it's like they like to gang up on you. They like to, any way that they can keep a finger on the pulse of your life and what's going on, they will try to do it because they're very nosy. And Spirit doesn't allow people like this to psychically spy on you. And you're very protected from these people actually knowing the truth about you. What has them really, really freaked out is the fact that some of the things that you said would happen did happen. And not only that, like all the things that like you always said that you were going to do, you did them and more. And I would say you're quite powerful, and you're quite balanced. Let's get some cards here. I do have the Mythical Goddess Tarot. It's a really lovely deck. So Spirit, what else can you add to this conversation? Yeah, I do feel like you see more than you let on. You know what these people are up to, and you can tell when they're thinking about you. Okay? Joy. Oh, you're in a state of joy and bliss, and these people are bent out of shape because of it. They didn't think you'd rise this far. They tried to keep you down. That's almost why I'm getting that they were like observing you so closely to see if you'd fail and to like watch you fall on your face. But instead, you rose up, and now they're the ones that are feeling like they lost out big time, or like they feel like they fell on their face, or they feel like they fell on their ass, and they're like, I heard that was supposed to be you. Somebody could have actually wanted you to take the blame for something that they did. I'm getting that. Oh boy. Somebody tried to throw you off balance. Okay? They did. They tried to throw you off balance because you're very balanced. Notice how we've got here the red and blue, right? The flamingo standing on one leg, never ever falling, faltering, falling over. This person thought that they could maybe somehow get to you, okay, by keeping a close eye on you and what you're doing, maybe sending other people like spies to check on you, to spy on you, to report back to them, and to almost like play mind games with you through someone else. I'm getting that, like they wanted to send a message to you or get to you somehow vicariously through someone else, or like by sending someone to gather information on you, and so that they could either like, yeah, do something, interfere somehow. They wanted to interfere with you, but what they realized is that you are standing strong. The reason is that you are very balanced, and they can't throw you off kilter. Nope, they can't throw you off kilter, so they're really upset. And this is kind of a big deal because this person, they're venomous, is what I'm hearing. I just heard that Spirit said this person or these people are quite venomous, and they're people that want to destroy your happiness and your peace, because your peace steals their joy. Their joy, they get joy out of like other people like suffering and stuff. It's really weird. It's a really weird, nasty energy. Yeah, but like because of the fact that like you know this person or these people in the games they play, so you're like, you get it, and you can just like, you've adjusted your behavior accordingly to these people. You don't talk to them, or you've pulled your energy away, or like if they have sent psychic spies to you, or if they have sent like spies to you, you know better, and you don't give information to other people so that they can just take that information back to these people. Okay? Any attempts that they try to do to guilt trip you or reel you back in, because I'm seeing somebody like throwing out a fishing line and then trying to reel you back in. Any attempts at that, guilt trips, manipulation, anything like that, even gaslighting, none of that stuff works because you're like, you have like risen above all of that stuff, and you know everything that they try to do. And quite frankly, you don't need these people's validation at all for anything, and that just gets their goat. You're not afraid to act accordingly to how you feel and to what you know to be right, no matter if it hurts someone's feelings. So if they get their feelings hurt because you walked away, like, oh well, you're putting you first, and it shows, and you're protecting your own peace, and it shows. They notice though that you don't explain stuff, you don't chase their love or their forgiveness or their, I don't know, like it's really weird, like you're not chasing them, and it's like they're trying to bait you. Okay, like they're trying to bait you to get like, because I keep seeing like somebody throwing out a fishing line and trying to reel you back in. Like they've even been trying to use other people as pawns to try to bait you. Okay, but you're too smart to know, because you know that they have like minions. I'm hearing like they have minions that they like to try to send to you to either get you off your track or to get information from you. I mean, for some of you, these people could actually be paying someone to do this, which is just really outlandish and ridiculous. I just heard, don't these people have anything better to do with themselves? They'd like to dump all over you, all their negativity, all their toxic mind traps. I just heard they'd like to dump all of their bad energy onto you and siphon anything good from you. But you're very discerning, which is great. I'm glad that you are. You don't let people dump on you, okay? We have Lilith power. You know your own power. You know who the heck you are, and you don't falter from that. And people are intimidated. These people are intimidated by your power and the fact that you're okay. You're actually better than okay. And they never thought that you'd be this kind of person that had so much like autonomy and like you've discovered yourself, and that you've discovered you don't need the games or the players. That's what Spirit just said. You don't need any validation to just keep moving forward, and you just keep on moving. And you don't fall for ploys, okay? You don't fall for any of their ploys. And so you're not someone who just loses yourself just so that you can please someone else, because you know that that's a losing game, right? So somebody is very upset with your personal power and the fact that you have a lot of personal power and you don't react to people. And also, you don't just, I'm hearing that you're the kind of person that, like, you've grown into your power. You don't just, like, an example of like this is like, if you're in a group and they have an opinion, you're not just going to change your opinion just to blend in. You're going to be the person that stands out, okay? And like, you're not just going to jump on some kind of trend just because it's trending and stuff like that. You're in your own lane, and you're a trailblazer, really, is what Spirit is telling me. And Spirit just said you make an impact, okay? And people notice that, like, when you enter a room, your energy changes the room's energy and atmosphere. And actually, everything kind of adjusts or readjusts around you and your energy. So you don't have to change and adapt to other people. The room and the energy will all calibrate and recalibrate around you when you enter the room. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you become. And people notice that, like, you aren't chasing after trends. You're not chasing after popularity or like explanations. You're not over justifying everything, okay? It's really irritating some people that you don't fall for ploys, that you're not falling for all this junk, okay, just to please somebody else. And it's disrupting someone's flow, that it's like you're just so powerful. And people realize just how observant you are too. And this is part of your power, is that you're super observant and you remember everything that people try to do. And you can adjust accordingly to people's ploys and things like that. You can kind of keep track, and you don't forget. You don't forget that, oh, you know what? You tried this before. Like, somebody might have thought that you were just some dumb bunny and they could trick you and play a trick on you and keep doing it over and over again, but you remember everything and you're like, hello, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Like, really? Like, you need to get a life. These people need to get a life and stop trying to derive so much pleasure from trying to rock your boat, okay? Because you are, that's not gonna happen. Especially, look at you just standing there on that rock, and here, you know, you've got wings. You've grown wings, and now you can fly. You're soaring high. You can see everything from such a high perspective, and that gives you power because you're observant. They think they're observing you, or like they think that they're watching over you closely, but you're a step ahead, like 3 steps ahead of these people. You're already observing them observing you. You're observing everything. In fact, there's nothing, you don't miss anything. So you already know what they're doing. You're like, yeah, I know. They're trying to observe me. They've been asking, everybody about me and blah, blah, blah. And you already know that. Or like they're trying to psychic spy on you, or they're trying to pay somebody to psychic spy on you or throw you off your course. And you know that because you're like the eagle and you can see all that and you have a lot of psychic gifts. Your boundaries are really strong too. And nobody is going to push those boundaries around because, I just feel like they know better because you have built the walls around you for a reason, to keep you safe and protected. And nobody is going to get beyond those walls that you place there without your permission. Okay? Somebody has to earn that spot of trust in your heart. You don't just allow everybody in just because they say something sweet or something nice to you. They have to really prove it and really earn a place in your heart, okay? And you don't just let anyone in, okay? And just because you don't let just anybody in does not mean you're a selfish person at all. It just means that you cannot be manipulated and you will not be manipulated by anyone, period. Okay, and that unsettles a lot of people because you're unique that way. There's a lot of people that would feel the pressure of like, oh, I want people to like me, so I'm going to cave and I'm going to like just do whatever they want. And you're just like, bullshit. I'm not doing that. Thank you very much. I heard go and try to pick on somebody else. We have fire, conflict. Yeah, somebody's trying to frickin' start conflict with you. I have chills. I can't make this up. Somebody's trying to like rally people around to like go after you or like starting drama or like trying to talk about you behind your back. They're so freaking fixated on you. And I just saw 1717 on the clock. So that number could have significance here. 1s and 7s are very significant to me in my personal life. It means when I see 7s and 1s and 1 especially 1117, it means I'm on the right track. So Spirit wants you to know there is something to this. Pay attention, please. Somebody is trying to get people against you or start rumors about you and cause conflict, but you're like above. What Spirit wants you to know is you're above that conflict. You're like that eagle. It doesn't even, you're up there like flying through the sky, soaring through the sky with the wind in your face, right? And you're just like free, right? And this stuff is below you. It doesn't, I wanted to say seep into your veins. It doesn't drain you. It doesn't bother you. And you already know this shit is happening. You already expected this and you picked up on it, And I just heard 777, spiritual mastery. Yeah, so you have spiritual mastery and people realize that you have figured something out. All the light bulbs are going off in their heads. They're like, oh, you figured something out. But you're not showing it off. You're not showing it off what you figured out, but you've become a master. Your growth has expanded. You've grown so much. And I'm also seeing an owl. And this stands for like wisdom. You've accumulated a lot of wisdom in all your lives. And you can see in the dark. I just heard that. Oh, I got chills again. You can see in the dark. You can see what's going on. That's why the owl is coming through. It's like people notice you understand situations long before other people do. Like, I heard you catch on way faster than other people, honey. And And don't you worry about this, because this is just a bunch of, look, community, a bunch of like really low vibrational people trying to get together to cause chaos and conflict, okay? But look at this. You're in a state of joy and you could care less. But that's why they're like burning up with this jealousy, okay? Because also you're not who you used to be. So they're like, what the hell? What's going on? How can we bring that person down here with where we are? Because misery loves company, right? Yeah. So, you know, you could notice other people trying to be like you too, mirroring your energy or trying to copy you, to try to be like you, to duplicate your energy. But you see all of this stuff and shenanigans that people are doing to try, and they just keep trying. They just keep trying to push you down. They're very jealous of like your aura, your energy, your beauty, who you've become. People are realizing that you're not who they thought you were, and you're not who you used to be. You're very confident, okay? You don't have to display it in a loud way. Your aura has shifted. You are gifted. You are blessed above the rest. People cannot siphon your energy. People in the past who are trying and maybe succeeded, they are blocked, okay? And they are suffering because they can't take your energy. And what I'm getting is that you supplied something, some kind of like, almost like, this might sound funny or weird, but like the power you supplied to these people was so almost like electrifying or like addictive for them. They craved your energy like a drug. I'm spelling that because I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. They monitor every little thing, but like they crave you like a, you know what, something that they need because of the light inside of you. And I heard angelic light and like God codes and like God spark, the God spark in you. They crave that stuff. They crave that from you. So there's somebody really suffering here. But like, you have learned so many boundaries. Yeah. We have intention and the wind. That could be an air sign. You could be an air sign or just embody a lot of air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs are always young at heart. You know, they always got something fun going on, and they love projects. They're very intelligent and they speak the truth. So if you are not a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you still embody the energy of an air sign. So, you know, when you speak the truth, it's cutting, and I heard it cuts like a knife. You're very articulate, and you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. And yeah, you are not afraid to say whatever you need to say. And you can like realize what's going on in a situation just like this and just state it. You're not afraid that if you state it out loud that people are gonna like be mad at you. You're the kind of person that you're just like, I don't care if you're mad, be mad. I'm gonna say what I need to say and be assertive, you know. And there's like a difference between being assertive and being aggressive. And I feel like you've mastered that balance where you don't have to be aggressive, but you're assertive as heck. And they know you mean business. They know you mean business when you speak. All right. We have criticism. So people would like to criticize you, but they can't find anything to say about you that's actually bad. That's what I heard. Oh my gosh. Because they're watching you and they're trying to find some dirt on you or something. They're trying to find something on you. There's somebody who's trying to find some shit on you and they can't find anything and they're getting mad because you are completely at peace. You're at joy, state of joy, in a state of peace. you've got this fire inside of your heart. You could be a fire sign too, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or you have the energy of the fire signs, so like passion and zest and attractiveness. And like, you know, mainly what this stands for is this fire that burns inside of you, this fire of passion that keeps you going and glowing, and you're just absolutely beautiful, and nobody can put out that light. There is an eternal flame inside of you, look at that, and nobody can put out your light, okay? And yeah, they're gonna be mad, they're mad, but like they can't touch your light. They cannot have any of your light. I just heard that, like they're not getting any of your light, okay? We have fire again with completion this time. So you're wrapping up cycles, okay? Look at that. You're wrapping up cycles and you're healing from a lot of stuff. And people are realizing that wow, you don't take anybody's shit. And yeah, people are curious about you, but I want to say, like, some people, they're afraid to come to you directly. That's why they either know that you're gonna block them, or like they're, I don't know, but like some people are afraid to come to you directly, so they may try to, like I said, like send somebody else or whatever. Some people are just very, very intimidated by the light that you have inside of you, because you have this fire inside of you. But yeah, you're coming to a completion where you're wrapping up old cycles and healing old stuff, and people are realizing that you're very anchored. And 444, I heard you're very protected, okay? And people know that they can't mess around with you, and they, even if they try, it's not gonna do anything, okay? Because I just heard you are untouchable, okay? All right. I wanted to do the rose thread oracle today, but I am running out of time right now, but I'll try to do it next time. All right. This was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. And you know, let them just keep being them, and you just keep being you, because focus on you. You are a beautiful soul, and look how far you've come. I am so proud of you, and you know it, and that fire that burns inside of you, that's a very special God light and God spark that burns inside of you, and not everybody needs to be privy to that, okay? And that is up to you and your discernment, if you want to share that light with somebody, okay? Because not everybody deserves your light. All right, well, sending you all love and light and positivity, because y'all are awesome. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thank you for being part of this community. And if you aren't yet part of this community, feel free to join. You can hit subscribe and join. It's free. I'd love to have you be part of this community. If you need a personal reading from me, feel free to look in the description box below for a link to my website, or up here, www.mysticrosepsychic.com, where you'll find all of my services. Find me at my other channel on YouTube, Mystic Rose Tarot. I have 2 YouTube channels and a Patreon community, and that's it. So that's where you can find me. And thanks again so much for being here, and thanks for the love and support that you always give to me, and it's so appreciated. I hope you take good care. Bye.